The One Piece live action. The Wano anime. Could it be that everything I thought about One Piece was... I love Nika! I'm awakening! I feel my awakening happening! My Yeru no Mi is being revealed to actually have been Kono the entire time! It wasn't what was set up for 10 billion chapters! Hello, everyone. It's me. Yes, it's me, everyone. The consumer of the Yeru no Mi, aka the Hito no Mi model guy who yells a lot. Ah! Yes. We made it, lads. Oh, yes. It keeps happening. Now, of course, we have to give a shout out to our boy in the chat, Reddit Sephiroth, who made that glorious sound effect. You see, I told you I would remember to play it, and we did play it here today on the show. It happened. It happened. All right, now quickly, let's go and see who gave. I think I saw Reddit in there. Nika, guys, we love Nika. We praise Nika. We kneel and squeal. Translator's note, Nika is the Japanese SFX for smile. It's actually literally not, though. It's similar, but it's not. That would be Nico. Nika is a different word, but it's similar. Don't get tricked and fooled, people. Unless there's some fucking variants. Anyway, who gave me money today? Let's find out. Over here. Nika, it's time to rise up. Nico Robin. I know. Her name was actually Nico since the beginning. Nico is the sound effect for smile. Okay, we've got Reddit Sephiroth, 17 months.
Thank you, Baxter.
Thank you, Baxter, for that intro and the money. Hackda's strongest warrior ascends today. So true. And then Chernobite for 19 months.
Thank you, Baxter.
Hackda-ish. So true.
Easy money.
So true. All right, nicely done, everyone. Nika, we're all Nika-ing here in the chat. Is your chat super behind? I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe it is. I don't fucking know. Yeah, we're all good. We've got a new chapter, people, party people of the world. Let's just go and jump right into it and do what must be done, shall we? Okay, which one do I want? I think I want this one. There it is, people. All right, it's chapter 1101. Here we go. Gonna go topless again, BGE? Oh, yeah. Just remember to keep it above the areolas and you won't be banned. I'm certainly thinking about it.
Pretty good, right?
Oh, his hat is way too big. This is cringe. We gotta destroy this guy right now. Another donation. Lab Rat Cece, what's up, buddy?
Thank you, Baxter.
13 glorious months, just like the organization of the same number. My sleep schedule has become so normalized, I literally missed 2 episodes. Shameful. But fear no more. Staying up all night is back on the menu, boys. Hey, your sleep's important. You can always watch the VOD on YouTube or on Twitch later. So, hey, do what you got to do. All right. Excuse me. Let me pull up my proper chat here. This goes here. I've got my window here. Okay, great. So we're snowing. Nami looks perfectly cute. I don't know. She looks fine. Frankly, I don't think this is like a super cute thing of her. She looks just fine to me, as does Luffy. What was the beep sound in the transition from? I don't know. That just came with the plugin. I don't know. No, thank you. Okay, that's fine. I guess the chat is a little bit behind me. I see it lagging, but whatever. But guys, hey, for the record, we gotta get the hype train or I won't make any fucking money. Everybody, please give money to twitch.com. And me by extension, a little bit. All right, what does Hackda have to say to defend his hack work? Okay, with snowboarding, it's winter, it's cold out. There was a little bit of shit on the ground. There's some frost and whatnot. We love that. That's excellent for us. Okay, TCB. Now we may have some word. We may have some fighting words to throw at old TCB soon. So we'll get to it. All right, we'll get to that in a little bit. But here, Hack just says, I went to see my what? Huh? I went to see my first Godzilla movie? Godzilla -1? What? How is that on Earth is his first Godzilla movie? Like, even I saw, like, Godzilla 2000 or whatever back in, like, fucking 2000 or whatever when, like, there was a Western one released. Because I didn't really grow up with it or whatever. That's what he says first. Although, okay, let's just say this is TCB translation, and they're suspect, okay? They are a little bit suspect, as we will get to shortly in the chapter. I'm pretty sure that is illegal. I didn't see many, but I have seen some good ones. All right, so Godzilla -1 was his first Godzilla movie. What a starting point. Okay, he seems to be pretty clear. I don't think we can pin this one on TCB this time. Wow. I'm going to check out Shin Godzilla next, as he should, because Shin Godzilla is really good. It's one of Anno's... Was it directed by Anno? I think Anno directed, or was it the other guy? Watch my Ultraman video to hear more about that just a little bit. That Anno be making stuff, and it's pretty cool. Go watch my Ultraman video on Best Guy Ever. Here we go. Okay, here we are. So there's Vegapunk in all his glory. Yay! You got your boy Daft Punk. You got your Astro Girl. You got Plug. I love you, York. You're the best character. You're a good villain, and I love you. I want to see more of that. Lilith is pretty hot. I appreciate the shading on the abdominal muscle. That's pretty good. And that guy who nobody cares about. There you go. And the robot. Wow, we really did it. Incredible. Oda, shit, I'd rather be drawing Kaiju number 8 than the stupid Kuma flashback. So true. So true. Yeah, love York. Love her fat face. Love everything about York. She's a great villain, basically. And, oh, it's an egg for Egghead. Ha, adorable. Okay, off we go. So we begin chapter 1101. Now, if you all recall, people, Blonde York, yeah, the Blonde York, whatever, it's fine. I don't really feel strongly one way or another. This is like a ginger orangey, I guess orange, whatever. That's fine. I don't care. How do you feel about Atlas having Uta hair? Is that intentional on Vegapunk's side? I don't know. Oh, shit, the gambling. Right, I'm so sorry, everyone. Okay, we almost did it. We will do the bet. Thank God. You remember. You're right, because I totally forgot. Also, okay, oh, wait. One last thing. No, this is for real. Okay, now you can clearly see that Lilith here, this breast is hanging normally. But with the positioning here, we can clearly see that Lilith is pressing and lifting up of her left breast with her gun here. Look at that. That's like way high. It's like squished in. This is obviously canon. Okay, we're going to need to enhance. All right, we're going to have to get in there. Okay, and enhance. Yep, it's confirmed. We've got breast adjustment going on here. Impressive work, Oda. All right, now before we go, yes, this is the incredible commentary you get from Talking Pirates and nowhere else. All right. Oh, the hype train is long gone. God damn it, how could this have happened? Why didn't you all give me more money? It's over. We'll never have this chance again. It's like a guy stealthily adjusting his balls. Exactly. And she did kind of originate from a guy, so maybe there's something to that. All right, the bet. Here we go. Off to the bet. Where's my bet button? Oh, wait, shit. I've got the right page up. The wrong page up. One sec. I got to go to the dashboard. Stream manager right here. Yeah, no, go away. I don't care. Go away. Oh, my God, Twitch. I don't care. Right, here we go. The vote button is... What the... Scrolled... Oh, my God. The Twitch page is really fucking annoying. It doesn't scroll properly sometimes. Oh, my God. What the... Jesus, this is so annoying. All right, anyway. The vote. The vote one is here. All right. Last chapter, it was Goda for, I think, the second, maybe a third in a row? I can't remember. But living my base life. Based, indeed, made out with about 116,000 buckaroo bits.
Thank you, Baxter.
For which, of course, 10% for the big guy, yours truly. Thank you, Baxter. And, and Ambassador Blanca, of course, I get all the losses, of course. So 30K lost by old Blanca. Rest in peace. 31%, and you know, strong Goda vibes there, you know. Asda has for say, Titda is back, baby. All right, so let's just see how it goes this time. So 36 people were voting Goda, 26 voted Hacta. Strong Goda vibes. Are the people going to, they think that, shall the streak continue? Or will there be an upset today? Because Goda's been reigning for, I think, 3 weeks in a row. But we'll see. Nate, Bonnie and Kuma have made you so go soft. Where have the Hactas gone? I don't know. But you're right, though. Bonnie and Kuma were pretty good stuff. And there were, as we were saying, there were shades of Hacta last week. This is the week where we find out if it's all over or not. Did you pick Buckaroo Bits because of Buckaroo Bonsai? I don't know what that is. I think I just saw like a cowboy hat emoji, and I was like, I don't know, that's fine. And because they were called bits, and I just was like, what's a word that's cowboy Buckaroo? There, that's the origin story. Is it Goat or Hacta? 30 minutes. Begin. Wait, I want, there it is. Ignore Reddit Sephiroth. It's not my birthday. And people are spreading false and slanderous information, and you will be taken to the woodshed and eviscerated for these purposes. All right, begin voting immediately, people. All right. Why do you identify with cowboys? Because they're real Americans just like me, you know? Although I also am the last samurai. That is also canonically true. So this is me.
1776 will commence again.
And also this is me.
Isn't it beautiful,
Yes.
boys? The ancient land of Japan.
True. So true.
I love Japan, period.
That about sums it up. Good thing there was nothing but Bonnie and Kuma and no other Hacta-type pathetic characters in this chapter. We shall see about that. All right, so Vegapunk stuff is cool. I like Vegapunk. This was a cool direction for the character to go. I basically like everything about it. The thing I don't like about it is how we cut away for some other larger plot bullshit away from it. And I don't care what the fuck you people say, okay? You can say this to the end of time. We lost the York capture arc, and that is fucked up. And maybe we'll just, like, get another one, but then we'll say, why didn't we just do it the first time? Like, how the fuck did York get captured? You will not convince me that, like, that would have been bad and boring. I wanted that because that was the most interesting thing going on in One Piece right now, and it appears we just skipped that part. But I do have a sneaking suspicion that we're not, like, done with York as a character yet, so, okay, maybe we'll get back to it. We'll see. Still odd, though. Okay, and we move on. 3 years ago, Mount Columbo. One more thing. I'm Columbo. My wife, she always be telling me to do stuff, but then they don't do it, and I do it anyway. Columbo. Yes, I love Columbo. Okay. East Blue, Kingdom of Goa, Luffy's hometown. Gum. Oh, no. Ono means axe. I'm very smart. So he's doing the thing. Garg. Gra. Yes, Kuma. So Kuma is observing Luffy. Okay, so why is this happening? Perhaps there will be a clarification. We shall see. Dragon, says Kuma to himself, observing Luffy. You seem familiar with this island. Not only that, but when I went to stretch my legs earlier, I found a remote village on the outskirts. There was a young boy there. And Dragon replies, if you keep talking about this, you may as well kill me yourself. Interesting. Wow. Oh, someone's going to kill you, Dragon. And it's going to be pathetic. Okay. But actually, we can go no further than this very line. Then I must bring up something that people have been talking about right now. Why is he acting like he cares about Luffy? He probably cares about Luffy, but, like, knew he couldn't be a father because he had to, like, defend Luffy. Although, with the timeline, I'm trying to think of, like, how long Dragon has been a revolutionary. Did he, like, have Luffy knowing that, like, he was already not in a position to raise a son, or maybe it was like an accident, or, I mean, I don't know. We don't know who the mother is. We don't know Dick, you know? We all know how much Dragon likes to look out for his people. So true. So true. You may as well kill yourself, basically. Yeah, so what I was going to say about this is, so people brought to my attention, or I saw it somewhere, a Reddit thread. Yes, bruh. I know, it's a real bruh moment, but Reddit did put together some information on r/One Piece that was comparing TCB Scan's translation to the Japanese text, and I think they included some of what was it called, Viz translations as well. And this was very interesting, and so especially for this line, this was like the main line I wanted to see, to be like, okay, why is Kuma here right now? Is this going to get clarified? So let's see what's going on here. Okay, so right here. So this is the thread, and Like, this guy goes through, like, lots of translations, and he points out anything that he thinks might be an issue. So let's get to it right now. Kuma and Dragon in flashback right now. So in TCB scans, they said, right here, you seem to be familiar with this island. Not only that, but when I went to stretch my legs earlier, I found a remote village on the outskirts. This makes it seem like, so they're wearing their black cloaks. So, if I'm not crazy, does this seem like the time when they found Sabo? So this is the current day, and then they're doing a flashback here, because we know, I believe Kuma was there when Sabo was rescued from the island. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to have been that exact correct time or whatever, but they were wearing black cloaks, I believe, when they rescued Sabo. So it was like probably that occasion. Is this seeming right to people? I'm assuming that that's what this is. I guess it could be another time, but like I don't know how often they came back to this place. So but Kuma's point here in this flashback is like, you seem to know this island, Dragon. Maybe it's another visit, but whatever. Kuma went to just walk around randomly, and he encountered a young boy. So that's by pure chance. You're assuming this is the only time Dragon and Kuma visited the island. Well, you know, like, how often would they really visit this island? I mean, I guess it's probably more, I don't know. Like, why would we assume that there was more than one visit? Now, I agree, that doesn't prove anything, but, like, there is one time we know these characters to have come to this island before wearing these exact outfits. I don't think that is, like, a ridiculous conclusion to be like, well, it definitely could be that part. I agree, it's still speculation. Was Kuma with Dragon when Luffy was born? I don't fucking know. You'd have to check the timeline, and I mean, Kuma was in the Revolutionary Army, I think around that time, because like at one point like 30 years passed or something, or maybe like 20 years, whatever. I don't know. I'll think about it later. It doesn't matter. There was a young boy there. Okay. Don't they always wear these outfits though? Maybe. I'm not totally sure. Anyway, let's get back to the translation thing here. Original, okay, a bunch of Japanese stuff, and the meaning that this guy says is, you know this country to its extreme details. So, anta kono kuni ni something something. What's this word? Let's go to G-Show real quick. Hang on. Let's translate ourselves. Make sure that we're verifying all this stuff. Detailed. Okay, so he's saying, and what's this? Kuni ni something something detailed. Kuwashi. Abnormality. Oh, to an abnormal degree or something. Is that what they're saying? Yeah, you like extremely know the details of this country. Okay, so he's like, you're very familiar with this country. Okay. On the outskirts of this town, something something. I went for a walk. Okay, and yet you'd unexpectedly visit. Oh. Okay, this is actually quite different. And yet you'd unexpectedly visit a small village in the outskirts of the country to keep watch over a lone young boy. Okay, this is actually a totally different meaning. This is Kuma. TCB is saying that I, Kuma, went to stretch my legs, and I found a boy in a place. This guy is saying, I observed you, Dragon, go to a small village and encounter a young boy. This makes much more sense as to why Kuma would know where Luffy is. So this, I'm just saying that this seems more logical. It doesn't make it correct. Shikamo kuni no hazure no sasana. I think village, alone, young boy. I think this was this to visit? Let me see what this kanji means. I think this is what I was saying what this verb means. To follow or yeah, that's right. Okay, so I think that the issue here is like they often don't in Japanese a lot of the time they don't state the first person pronoun. They won't be like I or you. It's just kind of left vague. And yeah, so that appears to have been perhaps the issue here. But let's read what the comment is here. This is a pretty significant difference. Right. Kuma didn't go to stretch his legs, nor did he find a remote village. The phrase ashio, what is that? I don't know that one. That second word is a Japanese idiom which means to unexpectedly visit a place instead of stretch one's legs. And the abnormal can usually be attached to weather conditions to make extreme weather. Okay, shut up about the weather thing. That's cringe. Well, there appears to be a debate here about which is correct. This guy doesn't cite Viz's translation. I'm a little curious. I'm just going to say that I choose, since there's a conflict, I choose to go with this anonymous Reddit poster because it makes way more sense, and I'm going to give Oda the benefit of the doubt that Kuma, like, observed Dragon watching over a boy, in this, obviously Luffy in this case, as opposed to, you know, like Kuma was just wandering the whole fucking island and found a young boy that he deduced is similar to Luffy, which, I remind you, doesn't make any fucking sense because Luffy doesn't look anything or act anything like Dragon. So that translation makes way more sense. Way more sense. Yeah. I'm working remotely with a non-English speaker on a game, and pronoun stuff always gets fuzzy since he has to communicate to us via translator app. Yep, that's tough stuff. A lot of that is, like, assumed implicitly in the sentence, and translator apps are going to have a problem with it. So you're saying the correct interpretation is that Kuma knew about Dragon stalking Luffy, as opposed to learning it this chapter. I'm not sure I'm following exactly what you're saying, but I'm just saying that I think what is supposed to be clarified here is that the reason that we saw Kuma heading to this island where Luffy is, I mean, we'll get to, like, why he's here in the present, but in the past, they happened to be, at least on one occasion, in the Goa Kingdom, and Dragon went to spy on Luffy to see that he was doing okay, and Kuma saw him do that. And that is how he knows about Luffy. Okay, that's fine. Maybe Kuma will realize Luffy is Lanika or something. Well, maybe. We'll see about that. I'm not going to dwell too much on this, but, like, is it embarrassingly cringe that Luffy is both the son of Dragon and is the Nika man with the fuck? I hate the fucking Nika for a second. I can't think about it. I can't, despite what you heard me, you know, say at the beginning of this chat, at the beginning of this stream, Nika, not my favorite thing in the world, okay? Hot take, I know. It is. Thank you. I appreciate the comfort, Morning Glory. Okay, so, yeah. So, Kuma saw Dragon go see Luffy. This makes tons of sense, all right? The Dragon Sun thing barely seems to matter. Well, I totally disagree, because I was gonna shit-talk this section based on TCB's translation, which is that, like, so Kuma just randomly bumped into a kid that reminded him of Luffy? That would make no sense. This makes all the sense in the world, what my man here is saying. So, that's excellent. So I will, in fact, give shit to TCB, because, you know, to be fair, I need to, like, do a full translation of this myself to make sure it makes sense, but it seems like this makes a million times more sense. So there you go. Nate, wasn't Goku the chosen one of Destiny 2? Namek arc was Kino. I find Super Saiyan to be fairly cringe, as a matter of fact, but if you take the interpretation of Super Saiyan, which is not the case with Nika, that Goku was just the guy of his race that just became the strongest one. I don't think Goku was, like, born to be a Super Saiyan or anything like that. That's actually the whole point of his character. He was born weak. Well, sorry. Later on with, like, Brawly, there were some things added that imply, although what is it, like, because Goku was born weak, Brawly was born strong, but Goku just had, like, an intense will to live. Okay, well, then he had lower initial stats, but his, like, stat growth was better, so he was destined for it, right? No. I think that, like, Goku just, like, had the qualities that would make one great. It's just it's the Dark Souls chosen undead thing. Like, everybody plays the game, everybody can be the chosen undead. One guy just happens to do it. And Goku, to me, I mean, you know, all the Saiyans were wiped out, so there weren't that many left. But, like, Goku was not, like, a destined guy. He just was the guy that fulfilled the prophecy because he was the best one. That is not like Luffy at all, because Luffy is the only Nika man. And you can be like, oh, but there are other people that ate, like, the Gomu Gomu fruit, and they didn't awaken it. And, like, if they did, the story would be about them. Partially true, but you lose me when it's, like, all the billions and billions of retcons and plot contradictions and embarrassing expectations that I'm supposed to just buy this. It's terrible. Fuck it. Hate it. Cringe. Okay, cringe. Anyway. Let's move along, shall we? So, Dragon says, kill me. Literally kill me, Kuma. I'm cringe and not cool, and I don't like myself anymore. Please beat me up, and then kill me. Okay, so we're gonna do it. Isn't Luffy just the first Gomu Gomu user to get strong enough to awaken. Scoville, I just remind you, it has not been clarified how one awakens their devil fruit. What does that, how did Luffy do it? What were the conditions he met? Had Luffy done something recently to, like, master his Gum Gum fruit? Do you need to die? I mean, there's just so many annoying things that happen with it, okay? You smile and say Nika, and then you... Okay, all right. We're not going to talk about it anymore. I don't like it. I don't like it. Anyway, what do you mean, says Kuma. A child is their parents' weak spot. I'm sorry. You'll forget what I saw. I'm so sorry. Okay, so Dragon says, literally kill me, please. Although, actually, I want to check the translation of this guy said, if you keep talking about this, you may as well kill me yourself. God, this is fucking funny. Fucking clown over here.
I'm the Joker, baby.
God, he's pathetic. Well, is, like, Oda intentionally making, like, every line Dragon says, like, embarrassing? And, like, please kill me, Kuma. Oh, God, please have sex with my wife, Kuma. That's just pretty much, you know, what he's saying. When will he get to making Dragon, like, good and impressive and, you know, like, the good part of the character? I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. This is my copium understanding, I assume, about Devil Fruit Awakening. Just like how one day it just clicks when you get skilled at something like Japanese or art, I saw the same with Nika Awakening. Salmon, the problem with that is we then get into the, like, unbelievable, retarded coincidence that it then is that Luffy just happened to awaken, like, fighting Kaido when it mattered most. And you could say some shit like, oh, well, like hockey, like, grows under pressure. Why wouldn't Nika be the same? Because I don't know. Why would we assume that that's the case, you know? These conveniences being pulled directly out of your asshole. I've had enough. I've had enough. Too many. I can't take it. And then, again, as I always say, the worst thing about Nika is the personal insult that Oda is giving to all his fans, expecting us to buy this with all the infinite contradictions and plot problems that it causes. I can't think about it anymore. We move on. Okay, here we go. I'll forget what I saw. Me too, thinking about Nika. Bruh. That's how I feel as well. Okay, here we go. I know. Guys, please stop talking about Nika. I need Goto to win. We'll see about that. Okay, so what an awesome finishing move I did. Okay, so Kuma learned about Luffy, aka Dragon's son. There you go. All right. He did a cool move. I'll save it for when I'm up against a super strong enemy after I set sail and get my crew. Now, I was thinking this might be a little bit of TCB cringe, once again, entirely possible. However, I just for fun, I went and I checked the translation here, and the guy said, wait, was it this line or the next one? Oh, yeah, this is the one I want to say. I gotta be ready for when someone tries to take them away. So this is Luffy, age 16. Ripped to shit for some reason, because Oda's art style has changed. Definitely scuffed piece, but we move on. I won't ever let that happen, but if anyone tries it, I'll give him Gum Gum axe to the face. Okay, so he's referencing, Arlong, like the Arlong Park when, like, he saved Nami from Arlong because he used Gum Gum axe there. And here he did in fact say, like, basically the same thing. In case one of them gets captured, that's the time I'd use it. I won't forgive him. Gum Gum axe. I mean, it's a little embarrassing and cringe. Oda has kind of lost me with his, like, during flashbacks, I'll, like, make a specific reference to when this character, like, did Luffy really plan Gum Gum axe? He's like, I'll use this specifically when one of my guys gets captured. It'll be the perfect thing to use. No, this attack only works because, like, Arlong was biting you, and you needed to, like, generate momentum to fucking... It's not a problem that he's training, obviously. It's how specific these words are to the scenario that, yes, like, the one time he's used this move, he's like, I'll use it for that exact scenario. But why? He should say, in fact, I would like this actually much better if he said, oh, if an opponent is really close to me and I can't get away from them, I will use this attack because this attack allows me to do it, like, from point blank range while holding them in. That would make much more sense. Oh yeah, direct quote. I'll use this specifically to defeat Jinbei's fallen protege. Chapter 1, baby. I don't know. It's a little cringe, but whatever. It's not that big a deal. People will clap and cheer. At least with this, people aren't going to be like, Chapter 1, because, like, he's literally doing it afterwards. So, okay, there you go. I'll use this when I have the high ground. Obi-Wan, based. I know, I was also hoping for skinny Luffy, but we've got... Well, it's actually the shoulders that are kind of the most ripped. He's not, like, super duper ripped, but Luffy was not this ripped early in the story. He did have abs, but whatever. Nate, this is actually a Netflix reference because they are referencing finishing moves in the show. Yeah? Well, like, we see what, like, just one now? I mean, that is possible. Like, I agree that Oda probably remembered that Kuro existed and put based Captain Kuro on the cover because of the Netflix show. But, I don't know. I'll try. Oh, no, that's a good trick. Yes, agreed. Direct quote. All right, anyway, I won't let this happen. If anyone tries it, I'll give him going axe to the face. Also, this is cringe. Don't worry, I don't eat wimps. I don't believe you, Luffy. Yeah, like, since when has that been a... Again, I don't know what this is about. Why would Luffy not eat a delicious-looking thing? I feel like this is Oda being, like, trying to justify Luffy's, like, meat-eaterness or something. Bro, you don't need to clarify this. Like, Luffy eats delicious-looking food. He doesn't judge that based on whether they're, like, a powerful opponent or not, all right? Yeah, he was going to eat Chopper, and Chopper is a wimp. There you go. I don't know. Stop, Oda, okay? Hactor rising. Hactor's spiking right now. Okay, ring. Who's there? What was that just now? It gave me chills. Okay, there were like some translation things here that I don't care about. It's like the same thing. He detected Kuma, who then like vanished or something. I guess he teleported away. I don't know. Yeah, Luffy was vegan until chapter 1. So true. Okay, I bet there's still some tough opponents around here. You're stretching? No way it's that deep? No, why? All right, Edge Boy Supreme. You bring it up, explain to me. Explain to me why this line is here. What is this about I don't eat wimps? Is that true? Is that in any way justifiable? No, Luffy just eats things that are delicious. He is a meat eater. He will kill you if you're an animal. I remind you, he was going to eat Chopper, okay? And yes, I know that was kind of a joke, but nonetheless, he was thinking about it. Huh? Clarify? You can't do it. Cringe, locked, and banned. All right, you're banned. In fact, Edge Boy, I'm going to time you out. Okay, no, because, like, I would do it as a joke. I don't actually care that much. But, like, it would have been funny if I timed you out for saying some shit that's cringe. Yeah, exactly. Cry about it. Very locked opinion right there. You got to stay keyed, my man. Luffy might not be too serious here either. That's fine, but I just don't believe him when he says it. Because, like, why would Luffy give a shit? Just eat them, man. All right, anyway. It's been established Luffy loves to eat things that are delicious. Done. Luffy decided not to eat Yokozuna because he was a Chad. I agree, but that wasn't a thing of, like, if he's weak or not. That was just, like, he's a cool person who I respect. Or a cool frog who I respect. These guys are not worthy of respect. Eat them. Okay? Eat them. All right, anyway. So I'm going to keep fighting, and I'll beat everyone before I set sail. Okay, your Luffy section is done. All right. So we avoided any nightmarish... Let's reflect on this right now. The worst case scenario of Kuma seeing this boy and being like, it's a Nika man, that has been avoided. Now, the fact that Luffy is a Nika man and in Kuma's backstory, we've got Nika Jesus, that is all absolutely locked. Okay, that is all cringe, locked, bullshit nonsense. Okay, but we have survived. Okay, we have made it through. And for the record, our boy Seb lost his bet. Okay, Seb is cringe and a very locked individual on this incident, no doubt. So he has been assigned the Morb-mungus of shame. Go look in the Discord. You will see a man just looking extremely embarrassing. Okay, Nika was crucified for the Buccaneer sins. And we shall rise again. We'll do it again. Okay. So off we go to Kuma stuff. Some pirates fled after raiding a nearby merchant ship. Your orders are to blow those lowlifes out of the water. Fine. And last thing about this. So Kuma just came here because he wanted to check on Dragon's son, I think. He didn't seem to have a mission. There was nothing critical. But now that we know that Kuma knew about Luffy's existence as Dragon's son, that is an acceptable reason for Kuma, as he is doing his journey, to have visited here. I don't, like, love it. I would rather that that it stays like, Kuma didn't have like a deep attachment. However, and to be fair, we'll say we've known for a long time that Kuma went way out of his way to help Luffy and his crew. And since basically the beginning, that's been a little suspicious. So it was always likely, he was attached to Dragon for a long time. It was very likely he knew about Dragon's son, Luffy. So here's how he knew, and that's fine. And he's a good guy, so he didn't blab to anybody. So there you go. All right, this is acceptable. I don't hate this stuff. It's really convenient that Kuma didn't see Luffy using rubber abilities. The key characteristic of Nika. No, I believe you're making a joke there, correct? Wait, no, he actually did know that Nika had a rubbery body, didn't he? Also, like, he's clearly like looking up at his foot stretching, so I think he actually did. Am I missing the joke here? Because I kind of forgot here, right? Was it said that, like, Nika was rubbery? I think it was, right? I believe that his dad or somebody was talking about it before, that, like, yeah, Nika had, like, a rubbery body and blah, blah, blah. I mean, we see that later in this chapter, I think, right? So it actually does kind of seem like Kuma might have some suspicions about this. Yeah, I mean, yes, but Kuma probably thought it was a gum. Yeah, okay, well, I think he did say it to Mani. I mean, there's no reason, all right, for Kuma to assume that a guy with a rubbery-looking devil fruit power, like, would be Nika. It's revealed at the very end, it brings it full circle. Right, okay, right, that's the point, and we'll get to that. Because, like, why would they know? I mean, I guess if you're going to know about Nika, and now we've established as of chapter 1044 that Nika was a rubber guy, then, like, yeah, sure. You would now know that. Now, personally, I despise Nika entirely, and so anything built on top of it lore-wise, I'm also going to dislike. However, it is logically consistent now that it's here. So, I don't know. The only way for Kuma to know if he heard Luffy's heartbeat here, well, that's implying that Luffy's heartbeat did the drums of liberation, which it didn't until he awoke. That could not have been more clear. Yeah, he doesn't do that until you awaken. Now, I remind you that that's terrible writing, and that Oda's a hack, and that he fucked up massively. And this is like the worst thing to ever happen in any shonen. More or less. It's only so bad because I loved One Piece so deeply, and he fucked up real bad. But I'll try not to focus on that, okay? So anyway, my great conclusion here... Oh, okay, we'll get to the end. But it looking like he may have had some suspicions. We'll get back to this later on. Because he saw Luffy doing rubber attacks, so... Yeah, okay. He can conclude some things about that. So, Kuma is here. Gotta get the wounded to the capital, because some pirates killed some dudes. Kuma is here. And I guess Kuma sails his whole ship alone, which is kind of silly. He really should have a crew. Like, a one man is not meant to run a whole sailing ship alone. But, whatever. I'll go with them. Okay, whatever. They're saving people. Blah, blah, blah. We thought they weren't going to make it. Oh, he's like helping people heal or whatever. Okay. So there Kuma goes to fight some pirates. And they're going to give it back, I guess. Is he going to sink them or whatever? I don't know. The world is full of beauty that can't be captured in photos or books. So he's writing his letter to Bonnie. How nice. Isn't that lovely? Kuma having a ship in general is kind of silly. I mean, a ship is useful. He probably has goods and stuff that he wants to travel with. Traveling, like, just by teleportation all the time is a little, a little challenging sometimes. But it would make sense, too. Anyway, I long to see your bright and smiling face as you experience such wonders for yourself. That's sweet. And so here we go. I can't wait for Bonnie to read this. It'll be great. Here she goes. Is it here? Is it here yet? Is it here yet? Is it here yet? Says Bonnie. Gotcha. Here she is looking for her letter. It is not here. She's being very cute, looking for her letter over and over and over. Oh, that is the symbol for post office in Japan. Adorable. Excuse me. I got to set my thing again. So no letters are coming. Very sad. He's been gone a while. Where's my letter? Just keep waiting for it. Here's a newspaper dropped by a news coup. And another letter. By the way, guys. Okay, we have to expose TCB one more time. Here it is. It is What page is this? I don't know. Where's Alpha, aka Khalifa? Here we go. Oh, here we go. Another heartwarming letter. Okay, TCB, you've gone too far. You have gone way too far by adding this term heartwarming in before. Because as you can clearly see, it clearly says something about Shinbun, newspaper, and otegami. It merely uses the word letter. Tegami means letter, but no mention of heartwarming. You are canceled. All right, you are cringe. And to you I say,
Shut up, bitch!
I can't believe TCB would fuck with the source material like this by adding the word heartwarming. That's fucked up, man. That's fucked up. How on earth would Kuma know the exact location of Weatheria at the time? You know, I thought about that too, Sephiroth. That, like, how would Kuma know where Weatheria is? He must have just known. Yeah, OP scans is my new best friend. So true. The letter is clearly unheartwarming. I couldn't agree more. That's obviously correct. All right, one sec. Yeah, okay. And moving on. Put this in the church's mailbox, please. Is it a letter? Nope, just the morning paper. There she goes. Disappointed, as always. So, here he goes. Kuma is sending 10 letters a month, so that's many of them. He's finding lots to write about, writing to Bonnie. How mushy can you get? No! Oh, that's mean. She's ripping up the letter. Now, why is she doing this? Maybe she's been told to do like a no contact thing between them, you know? I wouldn't. Khalifa was she like edgy and dark? I don't know. I don't know. I don't find this like necessarily that out of character for her. Outside of the fact that, like, I don't really know why she's doing this in general. Alpha pulling a real beta move. So true. I guess because, like, she just wants there to be separation. And, like, you know, maybe she's been ordered to do it to just make sure that there was no connection between them. You know, because, again, it is kind of a risk if they can pass secret messages or whatever. I don't know. Nate, you said last chapter this 100% Khalifa when timeline-wise she's supposed to be at Water 7. This could be her mom, like Spandam, had a cipher pole dad. I don't think that's Khalifa. Okay. It's possible you're right. I choose to believe this is still Khalifa because I don't see a good reason for it to be someone else where she is very similar. Her hair is slightly different. It's possible. But also, I would just check how recently did Khalifa get her job at the Gali Law Company. If it just doesn't match with the timeline, because this is, I believe, how long ago is this? Wait, okay, let's just check the math here. So we saw, no, this isn't even 4 or 5 years ago, because just going through this. Oh no, okay, this is like right now. So this is Lufia 16. This is 3 years before. This is 3 years ago. And CP9 were undercover for 4 years. I'm seeing different numbers. Okay, hang on. I'm now curious. Khalifa, One Piece. Let's confirm. Post time skip. Wait a minute. Oh, and shit. And Luffy was 17 when he began his journey. So it's actually only 1 year before pre-time skip. Huh. Well, shit, man. Yeah, let's not forget the time skip. Because, yeah, the time skip was 2 years. So for knockoff 2, pre-time skip arcs is going to be fucking 1 year before whatever. Well, shit, man. Nate confirmed Jack. Wait, what do you mean? Am I wrong? Am I making something wrong? What are you talking about? Guys, no. Luffy is 19, and he's 16 here. That means Luffy is 19 post-time skip. He was 17 pre-time skip. It's a difference of 1 year between where we're seeing in the story right now and the pre-time skip arc. And you could say it's like, you know, whatever, fucking... What is unclear about this? I'm obviously right about this. He was 17, and, like, we never addressed his birthday. He could have aged up to maybe 1 year during that time. So, like, it's between 1 and 2 years. That's what we're working with here. So, everybody shut the fuck up. I need to now look at Khalifa's history. Water 7 arc. Come on, goddammit. Give me just the facts. How long were they there, goddammit? It doesn't say here. God damn it. It just doesn't say here. Maybe I can go to like the CP9 page and it'll say. I just want to clarify this so I don't have to think about it anymore. CP9. Okay, well, I'll just Google it. How long was CP9 undercover in Water 7? Let's see. 5 years. Okay, well, there you go. So, it was more than like 1 to 2 years. Okay, so we have now confirmed that this character is, in fact, not Khalifa. Okay, well, there you go. So, I was wrong. Okay, fair enough. It's a different character. So, we don't need to assume, make comparisons or whatever. It's probably like her sister or some shit. Gomen Nasari, I was wrong. She looks like just like her, though. But I guess, whatever. I guess it's fine. And I guess I probably could have known that last chapter if I'd, like, checked the timeline more. But, whatever. Confirm what everyone but Nate already knew. Well, fuck you. Oh, she's obviously a clone. So true. Probably be confirmed as a relative in SBS. I mean, she could be a clone, but she's probably just, like, a sister or something. I don't know. Anyway, let's move on. So there she is. This mean old bitch is tearing up a paper. Very rude. One last thing, Bonnie. You're probably sick of me saying this, but I love you so much. I'll be sure to write again soon. See, that's the good stuff. The Bonnie-Kuma connection is the good stuff. Gyo, let's spar, she said. Let's play Jenga. Okay, they want to fight. This guy has yet to prove himself competent. I do recognize him, but, like, it'd be nice to know, like, his abilities or skills to any degree. Because it's hard to imagine these guys, like, surviving on the Grand Line. But, whatever. Bonnie-chan, time for your medicine. And, okay, there you go. I could have sworn she was big. Okay, so they're disguising this stuff. Oh, there was, like, a translation thing here. They were also bitching about this, but who cares? The point is, she tries medicine, and it doesn't taste good, and it's fine. This is just some horrid lemon-flavored placebo. Japanese used ramune, which is a lemonade-like soft drink. Now I'm just curious what the thing said. Let's see, ramune. So the original was because it's good medicine, it's just bad ramune. Okay, tada no mazui, as in bad, ramune dakedo. Okay, so it's literally ramune that she is giving her. Interesting. Okay. Hey, Granny, why are we hiding Bonnie's abilities? Okay, so just hide them to be safe. Okay, these are government agents. This is a little bit, hacked. Because, like, how good is a child going to be at disguising her powers? I mean, I guess we've established that Bonnie is, like, very capable despite being a child, so I guess whatever. Navy Science Division, Lab 8. Fucking amazing doctor. I can't believe you did it. All right, so they're on an island, Lab Division 8, which I believe becomes A-head later. Now we just have to lift the brain using Island Cloud. So he has done some stuff. There's holograms. I don't know, Punk Hazard was going to be like this, but fuck it. And that cut suits. Okay, there's Stussy in her classic look, looking excellent. Love her. After all, oh yeah, she's a little bit capable. Bonnie's mother was a hacker at 7 years old with no training. As far as we know, so I guess that's true. So, damn, girl, what that Stussy do? I feel light as a feather. He's so the apple surgery worked. And off goes his brain somewhere out here. I definitely don't want to see that brain, because that'd be fucked up. But there he is. He's been brainless for a couple years now. Flapper Stussy is a great look, and I love it deeply, and it's great. Okay, so Kuma's gonna die, he's gonna lose his individuality, and blah, blah, blah. A human that lacks free will, or the clone that doesn't lack free will. So, yeah, okay. Anyway, shut up, Stussy. Who cares? To you I say,
Shut up, bitch!
knock it off, Stussy. You're just as human as the rest of us. Cringe. What exactly should I expect when my personality is erased? He's really just going along with this very, very willingly, but okay, fair enough. Excuse me. Vegapunk, by golly, you're going to be the best damn escort in all of the Pleasure District. You think was she a hoe, Or was she like a madam, you know? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. I'll put it like this. You may already have a reputation for being totally obedient, but what would you do if you were asked to kill a child? And as you said, Kuma definitely, like, kills anyone the government tells him to kill. Because that's what comes with, like, it is kind of fucked up what Kuma has done by becoming the, like, willing slave of a known evil regime that he actively fights against just to save one girl. And it is noble, but it is kind of selfish and somewhat fucked up, you know? But hey, who cares about that, right? Gotta save the little girl. Genetically engineered pussy got me acting strange. You know what I'm saying? What it means is you'll not only lose your memories, but any empathy or humanity holding you back from fulfilling such a command. Indeed. Yeah, it could be interesting to see the moral complexity of Kuma, like, ordered to kill, like, I don't know, like, imagine you ordered, like, Akainu orders Kuma to, like, do some fucking cleanup work, some wet work, you know? Hey, these, like, Oharan rebel scholar guys have been learning a lot of information. Do me a favor, kill them. And yeah, it is kind of true that the ones you love are more valuable to you than the whole world. Kind of true. But still, it is, like, a morally complex thing. I don't know. Do what you gotta do, Chief. Okay, you should retain some free will until the process is complete. So he's got 1 more year. Sounds good. So he's going to keep writing letters. Okay, well, this is worth reading because this is the best line. Bonnie deserves to know how I feel. I want to send her a whole lifetime's worth of love before this year is over. Yeah, Kuma's a good dude. You know, he's a good guy. That's me right now. I'm getting my stuffy.
Shut up, bitch.
You know what I'm saying? And it feels good. I'm sure convenient. It's sure a convenient piece that he retains free will until Luffy needs it. I'm not sure that's exactly convenient. I mean, of course, like the lore we're learning about Kuma now has been constructed to fit what we know Kuma's arc to have been, because he does lose his autonomy at some point. Yeah, I don't know. It's fine. I don't really hate anything about it in particular. Okay, Bonnie's almost 9. I wonder how big she's gotten. She's changed. I don't know when you'll get it, but happy birthday. I bet Vegapunk's doing stuff. Happy birthday, Bonnie. She's 9, boys and girls. We did. Happy birthday. Congrats. Cute Bonnie once again. Granny Connie made an extra giant pizza for you. She loves pizza. Oh, that's sweet. Gotta love Bonnie. Still no letter. She's having a party. Everyone's snoozing. Daddy, I'm 9 now. You'd said you would write. She's very sad. Now, it's been, what, like a year? It's been a while. Did she say that just now? Whatever, it's probably been like a year. And so another half a year passed with a single letter reaching the church. Because they're mean. Zam, indeed. She's officially 9. Revolutionary Army. Okay, here oh my god, it's Sabo. Oh, Goda is spiking right now. Just kidding. Hacked is spiking. Kuma came to the rescue again. Just like all those other... Now this I actually have some questions about. The revolutionary forces were on the ropes. Then Kuma, swooped in at the last minute and left without saying a word. Okay, so forget the Sabo. Dragon looks like absolute shit here. If Kuma wishes to not be followed, we have to respect that. I'm sure he has his reasons for keeping us in the dark. Yeah, once again, Dragon's like, do nothing. 9 already hit the wall, shaking my head. So true. Alright, so what I wanted to say about this was, okay, the world government has Kuma. They're like obedient slave warrior. Okay. Great. So who does the Revolutionary Army fight, by the way? Just like random pirates that the world government would like not care at all if Kuma gets involved with or fights or whatever. Okay, why would the fucking government? They definitely know that Kuma's doing this. And like maybe they're trying to say like, well, no one ever sees Kuma show up and win, but like obviously people would. I don't buy that for a second, you know? Obviously people would have seen this happening. Like, cause the good guys see him, obviously the bad guys are gonna see him too. So why the fuck would, like, kingdoms that are obviously like part of the revolutionary, or part of the world government, just like not report or not care, and that would go up the chain of command, would just like not let Kuma or would allow Kuma to keep fighting against them when he's supposed to be their obedient servant. Saint Saturn. Yeah, Saint Saturn, direct quote, I'm sure Kuma has his reasons for keeping us in the dark. Yes, we're not so different, you and I. Saint Saturn. You like slavery. I like the opposite of slavery. That's kind of two sides of the same coin, am I right? So true. His disguise was just that good. Yeah, he asked everyone really nicely not to say anything. I think this was just kind of like a stupid thing to include. I don't know. This is one of those things where I'm like, okay, Oda is writing this for children. It's like a nice thing to do to keep helping the Revolutionary Army when you can. Oda isn't expecting you to, like, the readers to all think through, like, the deep geopolitical consequences of, like, Kuma helping his friends or whatever. Even though, like, this makes no fucking sense. And again, like, why is Kuma so obedient to the world government? Because if he fucks around in any way, they will kill Bonnie. Like, imagine what they're gonna do if they find out that you're, like, still fighting with the Revolutionary Army. They're not gonna like that, Chief. So, I find this to be kind of cringe, and I'm gonna think about things like this when people tell me what a genius Goda is all the time, and everything always makes tons of sense all the time, and he's a perfect chapter one, plan everything out. Okay, this is not, like, smart writing right now. This I find to be pretty dumb writing, but, whatever. I guess we'll say that, like, it's fine. No one ever noticed him except his friends who wouldn't rat on him. Great. Okay, cool. All right, moving on. I'm all better. The stones are gone. I can finally go outside. Aw. Hooray for Bonnie. His dead cuck wife. Let's not address the cuck wife, shall we? I'm liable to go full Joker mode. No, Bonnie, you gotta stay inside. Stay under close supervision until your 10th birthday. Vegapunk said to be better after a year, and that was a year ago. Alright, so they're arguing, they're fighting. Alpha and the others are government intelligence agents, she says, for some reason only saying this now. Oda on Fraud Watch? I'm thinking yes, baby. She was 40 when she birthed Bonnie, by the way. Is that true? That can't be right. Hang on, I'm just gonna check for fun. That's gotta be some bullshit. What's her name again? Ginny. One Piece. That can't be fucking right. I mean, maybe she was like 30 or something, but I don't know. Age at death, 39? Really? And she had Bonnie 1 year, but what the fuck? I guess she was... I'm just surprised that that's true. It's not like a problem or anything for the character. That just is a surprising number. I thought she was much younger than that, but okay, all right. So at 38, she had Bonnie, apparently, or thereabouts. What do you know? Geriatric pregnancy. It's over. That's why Bonnie has autism. It all makes sense now. Autism is her superpower. Yes! Oh my... Okay, now that's chapter one. That's a chapter one moment right there. Oda planned this all out. He knew all along. This is why. This makes so much sense. This is why Bonnie has her autism awareness. No, Bonnie got vaccinated. Oh my god, it's so over. That's what... Oh god, Vegapunk vaccinated her. It's so over. All right, Alpha. Okay, so intelligent agents that for some reason they knew all along and didn't say anything. I guess because they kind of had no options. That's fine. Oh, we're gonna see that autism strength later on. They let it slip while they were getting drinks in town. Apparently, your disease has been cured for a while now. Nicely done. Why would they keep a perfectly healthy girl trapped inside for another 6 months? And it's hard to believe that Kuma wouldn't send a single letter. It sure is. Another cute Bonnie, love it. I've already sorted out everything with Gyo-Gyo and the others. Head for the port, Bonnie. Sail to the seas and find your father. All right, sounds good. Gyo-Gyo and the rest aren't your average fishermen. They're a strong pack of hooligans. Okay, this is where they're trying to make me buy that these guys would be like capable New World pirates, which I don't. But whatever. For 10 years at least, yeah. I'm sure the pirates and sea beasts will turn tail once they see them in action. They'll help you find Kuma. Okay, sounds good. So she's going back to the palace. Off they go. Great. So this is the outside world. Oh, it's Bonnie transformed into Connie. So there you go. She's doing her old trick. So she's seeing for the first time. So this part, it basically looks like shit in the manga. It's like, okay. This I think will be much enhanced in the anime. This will be like a cool dramatic moment, I bet. That'll be good. It's pretty underwhelming here. This will be like this will be good. There's so much dirt and grass. Just feel the grass, the dirt, the way I dreamed they'd be. Just feel that summer breeze, the way it's calling me. And for the first time ever, I'm completely free. You guys like Tangled? I fucking love Tangled, just saying. Okay, anyway, moving on. There's the sun. We're looking outside. Wow. This is truly epic, bros. She's looking at the sun. God, Nico. Wow.
I'm the Joker, baby.
That's a chapter 1 moment right there. Bonnie over here. Gyo-Gyo, Tots, Potato. I guess that's their names. Okay, sounds good. Look, everyone, I'm really outside. Okay, this is great. This is endearing. When you stop and process for a moment, which you do got to do with a manga, this is good content. Love Bonnie. Love Kuma. It's good stuff. Okay, where's Bonnie? Huh? Nani? Doko desu ka? What's going on? It's me, Bonnie. Okay, this is funny. I like it. And off they go. They're setting sail in their pizza. We made the ship look like pizza because she loves pizza. And you know what? For like a 10-year-old, that works for me. And I guess this is her pirate flag. It's a fucking like a fishbone or whatever, which doesn't really seem like Bonnie, but I guess because like it's food, right? Yeah, I thought it was a cake ship too. But it is cute, and for a kid, it actually works. Yeah, that's good, and the pirate flag is fine. Although, I guess I'll say it's a little bit odd to me that they've, like, decided to be pirates. Although, I guess they've become outlaws, right? This action... Oh, right, she's still 9. Okay, whatever, yeah, she's still 9. They're going against what they've been ordered to do. So, like, they've become outlaws now, so you might as well be a pirate. Fair enough, I guess. And off we go to the final page, so hold it right there. Here comes Alpha. I'm going to beat you up and chain you up, and that'll be fun. She's flying toward us. She's got Rokushiki. She's got that stuff. Hey, Daddy, what did Nika look like? No one knows. And here she goes with her distorted future, which we know can manipulate her body. Bonnie. But they say his body was all rubbery, and there was no limit to what he could do in a fight. Wow. So give me a Nika-ish future. Okay, now I've had to stew on this, and we'll discuss this in a little bit of depth momentarily. Okay, so there she goes. Bam.
That's pretty good.
Bokeen, indeed. Ack. She's seen saying. What do we got here? Hey, Flair Fritz, $5. Thanks, buddy. What do we got? First of all,
Thank you, Baxter.
indeed. Distorted Future already raises question, but now with the Nika-ish future, it seems Bonnie's fruit is more like a timeline fruit instead of just simple aging. I mean, that's kind of true. No amount of natural aging could give her a Buccaneer or Nika body. I mean, it's obviously more than just simple aging, but let's come back to that. Let's come back to that in a moment. The government would soon receive word that their hostage, Bonnie, escaped to find her father. Like Luffy and the others, her vessel would gain fame. It would go from a humble fishing boat into an infamous pirate ship in the new era. Dawn. A young girl heading for the future. Break next week. Okay. So there she is, got like her adult body thing going on. And there she is. So first of all, let me just address that I do kneel and squeal, and I utterly bow to the fact that Bonnie was like 12, or she was 10 when we meet her, was a kid basically. You know, in like some of Bonnie's first appearances, we see her appear as a kid, and in the water, when she's underwater, we also see her as a kid, and my point being that I give Oda that one, you know, that one that was pretty foreseeable if you looked into it closely. Not that like it was guaranteed to be the case, but there was enough that I'm like, okay, that's a bit of a chapter 1 moment right there. I appreciate that. So never say I don't give Oda credit. Okay, now let's discuss in depth this Nika-ish future. Okay, so we've seen before that Bonnie can distort her body in some odd ways. Now there's 2 ways we could interpret this. Okay. One is like the worst case scenario, which isn't like super fucked up, but it's okay. It's like alternate reality, timeline, whatever. And yes, she is like pulling from like different timelines or something. And Like, you know, this is borderline like a Gear 3rd level punch. Yeah, that, like, her fist is very big there. And also, by the way, I'll say that, like, I'm kind of surprised that she, has this much power. It actually doesn't make a ton of sense to me that Bonnie is as strong as she kind of appears to be sometimes, you know? I don't know. So she caught this person off guard, who is a CP8 agent, who's obviously pretty strong with Rokushiki. I don't know. Whatever. I've just kind of got some power scaling thoughts that, like, I mean, Bonnie's crew looks like they fucking suck, and we've never seen them, like, do anything, and Bonnie's power doesn't seem that good, and she's 9? Why is she, like, good at fighting at all? And again, I know we saw her, like, spar with them, and blah, 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 but, you know, other people have trained, like, a lot longer, and, like, a lot better, and, like, have deadlier fruits. I don't know, whatever. Maybe CP8 was cringe stealthy agents. I mean, if you can do Geppo, as we see her doing here, Moonstep, then, like, you're probably very strong, you know? It's like having hockey. If you do it, you're, like, just probably strong. I don't know. Anyway, I don't really care about that much. Okay, so, like, look, you could look at this and be like, oh, it's some stupid... I don't know, like, there's infinite timelines, and Bonnie's power is going to be, like, she can access different realities, and, like, imagine the things that could be done with that. Okay, I'm not going to say that, like, that isn't a possible thing to theorize. Okay, but I've got an alternate scenario that, like, just isn't that serious. And it's that, okay, so she was told by her dad that Nika is rubber. And by the way, okay, let's just address this. Again, I don't like Nika. I know you've never heard me say that before, but it's true. I hate to bring it up, but it's true. It's the worst thing ever, and I want to be dead because it's real. Okay, but now that it is canon, like, is it a little bit convenient? I know, I'm sorry to shock you guys. I'm so sorry to shock you. Now that it is canon, I don't find it, like, impossible to believe that, like, Kuma, who knows some stuff about Nika and reads the Bible every day because he's a good Christian man, like, that this piece of lore might have been passed down. It's fine. That doesn't, like, damage anything anymore, you know? Yeah, okay, so that's on that point. So what if Bonnie is just, so distorted future, we've seen her make herself just, like, big and burly, where she was, like, sparring before. Where is that shit? I think it was after this. I think it's after she didn't get the note or whatever. I just want to pull it up for a visual. Where the hell did it go? Okay, it was before this, goddammit. Okay, it's probably... Oh, yeah, before this, right? There. Oh, all right. So, like, is the fact that Bonnie can do this, that's, like, her just, like, distorted future. Okay, I've got the perfect analogy. All right. You know a little series called JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? Remember a character named Josuke Higashikata? Was that his last name? What? Josuke, all right? Remember Josuke? Josuke's power was to heal things or to restore them to a previous state, which was borderline a time travel kind of power, right? But once or twice in the story, when Josuke's emotional state was, like, heightened, he would try to restore something, but it would be restored in, like, a fucked up state. Which all that kind of did was imply that, like, his powers could be sort of warped. I don't find it at all impossible to believe it was actually matter manipulation, right? And Bonnie's is more like, you know, truly aging, but, like, some things come along with that aging power. I just don't find it impossible to believe that, like, just as an extension of her power that does manipulate one's body, certain facets of that power can be weaponized or utilized to just manipulate a body to look kind of like this. And so this is just like an extension of her body warping of powers, which do sort of come with aging. I don't know. I know that this is a stretch, but, like, the other explanation is, like, some weird, like, multiple timeline stuff, which in limited form could work. But, like, you know, in what reality does Bonnie's arm look like this? Or, frankly, for that, in what reality does her body get, like, you know, Buccaneer-ish like her dad, you know? What if her fruit is the mythical zone of the moon goddess? Just shut the fuck up. All right, just shut the fuck up. A stretch? Like Nika? Oh my god. Are you the Joker, baby?
I'm the Joker, baby.
Wow. Yeah, this is from the timeline where she jacked off a lot. So true. So true. She works out only this arm every day. I've always theorized that Josuke's stand is related to the flow of time on an object. That's fine, but then sometimes he can distort it. So, like, there's just, like, a distortion effect that's in there. And now is one of those times to bring up that, like, okay, look, these, like, big fucking cryptic timeline manipulation theories, they're not, like, nonsense, but it's also just entirely possible. I thought it was tapping into a future where she ate Nika, or where she was Nika or ate the fruit. I mean, maybe that's not impossible. That's not impossible. But personally, what I'm going to lean into is more of the Josuke thing of, like, it's just, like, her power that she's just kind of distorting. Because people do that in One Piece, right? People have, like, powers. Like, why does Crocodile have, like, two separate powers? One, he can turn into sand, and two, just, like, infinite dryness powers. Because, like, sand doesn't literally just dry you. That's, like, an extension of the power that Oda came up with when he was still a good writer. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's just like, the essence of dryness. Okay, no, but awakening, that doesn't even make sense. Unless Oda wants to, like, he could retcon it later, and, I mean, obviously will be a retcon. And obviously, now it sort of looks like it's awakening, but let's just ignore that. Let's just treat it as it was originally. It was just like a extension, an extended version of his power, like a logical thing. Sand is dry. This is where you got to think about it like a cartoon, you know? His power is being ashy AF. Indeed. The boy needs that head and shoulders. He's got the dandruff. A creative way to use his power, exactly. And it was theming and, like, a desert and sandstorms and all that fun stuff, you know? Right. So, is it possible that this power of Bonnie's is just kind of like a warping of her ability? I have no problem entertaining the possibility that that's the case. And it's just, again, you got to use some media literacy here and be like, I know I've been wrong about some things, but I've also been right about many things. Okay. So, is it likely we're getting into, like, a multiverse, different dimension where Bonnie was Nika? And, like, because if this is her, if she was Nika, what about the reality where she ate, for example, the Magu Magu no Mi, you know, Akainu's fruit? Can she do a magma punch? I'm just going to guess no, because there's probably a limit to what Oda wants to do with this, and it's probably not going to be like infinite timelines kind of thing. It's probably just that she can warp her body, which we've seen do before, and this is kind of like an extension of it, you know? So, there you go. You're thinking way too much about this power that way to open to being serious. You're saying I'm thinking about it too much. I don't know. I find it interesting to discuss and analyze, mostly because I think people are taking this too seriously, and I, in my own serious way, and tell them to relax, you know? Just don't think about it that much. It's fine. I doubt it's going to be that deep. And that's what I have to say about it, you know? Unfortunately, it does reference Nika, which is a big problem, you know? It's a big problem. But off we go to adventure. Bonnie she's taken on her adult form for her journey. Also cute. Man, there's just a lot to like about Bonnie. Bonnie's backstory has been very good. A little crybaby at times, a little over the top, you know, with some of that stuff. But just Bonnie as a character, I quite like. Although, even that, I do kind of have some problems with, like, how capable she seems to be. But, like, putting aside the capability stuff, I do like that her backstory is, like, she loves her dad and wants to find her dad. You know, that's all really cool. Her backstory is good. And then, like, why would she be out there? Why does she have such a high bounty? You know, it could be just because she's wanted, but it seems high for that. It makes me think she's out doing piratey shit. You know, I don't know. There's both things I like and dislike about it, but the Kuma-Bonnie relationship, I really like. Man, the Nika religion just slightly ruins everything. Oh, yeah. I mean, this backstory clarifying that, like, Kuma literally worships the Jesus of the world, Nika. Oh my god, insane hacked up. Because again, if, like, you wanted the Nika thing to at least be, like, kind of good. Again, I would never want Luffy to have the literal Jesus fruit. That's terrible in of itself. But the fact that it's, like, a retcon and was never referenced anywhere in the story, obviously not planned until, you know, like, very recently, just nightmarishly terrible, you know? Yeah, terrible. Were the Skypians Nika followers? I don't know. Probably not. Let's Skypia silhouettes. If these fucking people bring up the whole silhouette, how is it possible? I have to just make a video one day that's just called, like, retroactive continuity and just explain this concept to people because they do not fucking get it. Or maybe they do get it and they're just, like, not that worried about it. And, like, okay, that's fine too. I feel like I'm arguing with, like, the dumbest people most of the time. Most people aren't the dumbest people, but there are some out there. So I can't sleep in peace until they've all been obliterated. What would work if Nika exists, but Luffy is symbolically Nika, but the Gum Gum is still Gum Gum? Exactly. Yeah, that's the way to do this plotline correct. So based in real and truth, Hill. If you gotta do Nika, do it like that. But Oda, he literally gave Luffy the Jesus fruit. Oh my god. I cannot fucking believe it to this day. Okay, but we move on. The headmate arc is coming. Cannot wait for Luffy to argue with Nika in his head. Prepare for cringe. It's way too literal, you know. He died and came back, just like my man JC. So true. I'm glad I'm in the One Piece haters part of the community. So true, bro. So true. Fucking hate this shit. Fucking hate One Piece. Hactor's never done anything good. It's all bad. And to him I say, shut up, bitch. There it is. There it is. We've done it. Retcons can be fine, I guess. I just interpret Nika revealed differently. Okay. Let's just address that quickly as we wrap up. Yes, I feel like I've talked about this before, but that's fine. Not everybody hears everything I say all the time. Retcons can be, I would say a retcon can be effectively harmless. And there are degrees of retcons, no doubt about it. There are retcons like just for example, giving Luffy a brother. I'm talking about Ace here, an adopted brother or whatever. That was a retcon because it just, like, you know, it has some of the markers of, like, okay, Luffy never mentioned you have a brother. Like, that's a little odd. And you can be like, well, you know, it just never came up. He's only an adopted brother, so why would he talk about him? Luffy focuses on, you know, like the adventure here in front of him, but that's a very soft retcon because it doesn't cause any contradictions in the lore, but it retroactively changes continuity a little bit, and you know lots of other stuff. You know, I mean, a flashback might inherently be a retcon, like technically, but it's not a problem because who cares? You know, that's not a problem. It's retcons that introduce contradictions are usually where I begin to have a problem with them. You know, And like, just Nika is just full. I mean, I know not everybody cares about retcons, right? And retcons they can break some continuity, but still overall be a good thing. And I understand when people have that opinion. That's okay. I could go on all day about the reasons that I hate Nika, and just to talk about, like, the one or two. It's that there's a certain attachment we have to the Gum Gum fruit. I mean, several arcs were based on the weakness of that fruit. The fight with Katakuri, for one. Lots of, like, fighting, like, Crocodile and just, like, early having a Paramecia fruit as opposed to a Logia or anything else, you know, all that stuff. That made Luffy stand out as a protagonist, and it was his creativity that made him good. And I know that Nika doesn't necessarily undo that, but it really does thematically fuck with that. When you're like, oh, by the way, all the time he had the Jesus fruit, he just kind of hadn't unlocked that yet. It really does fuck with, like, the Luffy versus Katakuri stuff, and it's kind of embarrassing. Practically, yes, it's true. Luffy fought it, you know, in his, like, lowly Paramecia state, basically, but other things are that it just obviously wasn't planned, and the Gum Gum fruit had been characterized as a Paramecia many times, and either Oda lied to us to mislead us on purpose, which can sometimes be okay, but it just wasn't the case. It just was not the case. And we know this because if Luffy really was a Zoan, there would have been all these ways that, like, I mean, what Zoan doesn't transform ever until they awaken? That doesn't make any fucking sense. All right, no, terrible. And you can't argue with me that, like, that, you know, I mean, like, Chopper transformed into a man. He had a human fruit. Why didn't that take until he awoke, you know? What's his face? Sengoku. Like, Sengoku's a Buddha. I know that, like, awakening hadn't really been gone into. It'd been mentioned once or twice, but, like, you will not convince me, especially now with the lore of, like, they need to have, like, the scarves around him, that Sengoku was awakened when that plot line, like, wasn't really gone into yet. And, you know, that, like, that was a necessary, like, he wouldn't have been able to transform until he awoke. Like, maybe that's the case. Maybe not. I don't know. Man, remember back in the day, you guys? I used to say this. It was mentioned in SBS, like, because Chopper has the human, the Hito no Mi fruit. What if a human had eaten the Hito no Mi fruit? And Oda had an answer for that, and he said they would become more human, or, like, the perfect human. It would do something. They would become, like, maximally human. It would change them. So, like, if a dog ate a dog fruit, they would become, like, the ideal dog, the perfect dog. It would do something. Well, now we know that there are 2 humans that have actually eaten human fruits. One is Sengoku. And, I mean, Chopper ate one, but he's not a human. He's a reindeer. So that's not really relevant to him. And then the second is fucking Luffy. Because they fucking retconned his fruit. And yeah, there's much more. There's also logistical stuff about, it's placed on Luffy because Oda didn't know how to beat Kaido. No. Listen. There's a version of, like, the Gear 5th Awakening that totally works. That one, you have to change around the arc to explain what the fuck Awakening is, because we still don't even know how it happens. What's going on with that? Scarves have only been shown for Zoans. None of the Paramecia awakened on Dressrosa or Wano had scarves. Ah, you're right, Chapter 1. Oh, wait. We've seen, 4 awakened Zoans in Impel Down, you may recall. Crocodile specifically commented that they were awoken. And yet, they don't have scarves. Is it possible Oda hadn't planned out every single detail of his chapter? I don't know. Monster Point will obviously become an awakening in time. Probably. Even though it wasn't that originally, but... I mean, obviously, it went like this. Oda invented Chopper. He invented Monster Point for Impel Down for a power-up. And when it came time to, like, do the awakening stuff, he took elements from Chopper's awakening. Like, a big monstrous version of the thing. They were also presumably taken over by their Zoan power. That's possible, but, like, what does that mean? And, like, don't raise that like that's an argument for why they wouldn't have the scarves. Because, like, we just don't know that. Vegapunk commented on that when Luffy fought Lucci again. I mean, I know that's a thing that exists, but like, that lore has not been established. Like, the awakened Zoans that have been taken over, they lose their scarves. I mean, maybe that's true, and that may be clarified. I think that if I were Oda, I would do that to, like, make it make sense. But I don't know. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. Have any awakenings that weren't legendary Zoans had the scarves? Yeah, Kaku and, you know, Lucci. Yes. Didn't Yamato have a scarf? She did. Yes, she did. And, yeah. I mean, Gear 4th Luffy also had a scarf. So, yeah, like the cloud scarf thing. Just go look at them. They've got, like, these weird, like, magic scarf things. Nate, what do you think about Crocodile explaining why Luffy revived? What do you mean? Did Crocodile do that? Nix, I don't know what you're talking about, buddy, but I don't remember that incident that you're referring to. Oh, wait. Do you mean... Oh, during Alabasta. Well, he just got back up, right? Oh, well, let's see. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, you're referencing something that I hate deeply, but let's address it real quick. So, okay, another demon guard showed up. It's only natural that they would revive. Those beasts are awakened Zoan users. Well, first of all, Luffy wasn't an awakened Zoan user when he went down, but I don't know, we'll see. Extreme physical toughness and powers of recovery are their strong point. Okay, so this implies... Well, okay, during the fight with Kaido, I mean, I agree, Oda had made up his mind at that point that Luffy was going to be a fucking... Oh, I mean, he probably made up his mind that he was going to be, like, a Zoan now. And I agree, a Zoan adds, like, durability to their character. And like Luffy may have even like it's possibly thought about this during Whole Cake. That's like not that far before. And people are going to take this stuff and they're going to look back and they're going to be like, oh, this explains why Luffy won all his fights because he was Zoan and Zoans are tough. Okay, no. I do not buy for a second that Oda planned that Luffy was a Zoan all along. One, because that's just bad writing and it sucks. And two, because like it's just explained by Luffy just being tough and strong and rubber. He also went down many times. So, you know, like he gets up quick, but so do other characters, you know? Making it his own adds so many more questions and weird feelings that it was just the awakened paramecia. I don't know. So you're telling me you don't think he planned it since chapter 1? I would never besmirch Goda like that. He planned it all since chapter 1. I don't know, man. I do definitely think it came up with Joy Boy and Fishman. Well, obviously he came up with Joy Boy and Fishman. Joy Boy is specifically mentioned in Fishman. But Joy Boy and Nika are totally separate concepts as they are revealed in the story. So yeah, you know, yeah, I agree. Joy Boy came up with during Fishman Island, but Nika is a separate thing. Oda should have just made Awakening applying Devil Fruits to things outside of themselves, make it simple and straightforward. Yeah, I mean, I agree. Okay, anyway, we're going on and on. Let's wrap this shit up, all right? I got shit to do, all right? We can make the stream reasonably short today. What is your worst case scenario with the frozen hat? Okay, so the thing about the frozen hat, like, honestly, it's not even that bad anymore because the damage is, like, already done with Nika. So, like, that makes that look like not so bad by comparison. But, so the concern about the frozen hat, which was introduced during, what was that, Dressrosa? Like, after Dressrosa? I can't remember when it was exactly. Whenever Eam was introduced, which I think was after Dressrosa. It was, so that frozen hat is like a Joy Boy relic or just like related to Nika because like I mean Joy Boy existed already. That it was during Reverie. Oh yeah, that's right, Reverie. That's right. Yeah, I mean, Buccaneers are big. I mean, but Kuma's head is small, so Kuma wouldn't even wear a big hat. Yeah, Buccaneers have small heads, relatively speaking. It seems more likely related to giants, but maybe Buccaneers will be related to giants. You know, I don't know. I know. Okay, this is the last thing about the hat. Worst case scenario is that, I mean, the thing that's cringe about the hat is that it makes the straw hat a more, like, legendary thing. Because, like, whoa, Roger had the straw hat, and Shanks had the straw hat. Now Luffy has the straw hat, which is just like Joy Boy. Like, you keep it metaphorical, okay? And if we do some stuff that, like, it was passed down from generation to generation to wear a straw hat, blah, 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 blah. Like, that's where we're going with this, which it just adds to Luffy being the chosen one. But Luffy's already, like, literally the chosen one now. So, like, again, by comparison, that's not nearly as bad as, like, some of the Nika shit we've already seen. So I still hate it. I don't like the Destiny stuff. I actually do. It was a mistake. I think it should have been kept out. But in the grand scheme of things, I don't hate the way that the Fisherman Island prophecy went, that Luffy will destroy the island. Because prophecy can be okay. It does, like, Luffy now needs to do that. That's how it's been set up in the narrative. But, like, it gives us ability to speculate why that would happen. And that's actually not bad. I don't hate that aspect of it. I hate the Joy Boy part and, like, the frozen straw hat and all that and the Nika shit. Don't like that. Don't like that. And again, in the end, we'll analyze, when the story's all before us, we'll analyze how much damage was done by this. I'm thinking kind of a lot, because fucking these Japanese dudes, they fucking love Fate and Destiny and shit for whatever reason. I find it embarrassing and cringe. When Blackbeard does it, it's based. When Luffy does it, it's cringe. Or anybody else. All right, that's how it is. All right, anyone. All right, anyway, let's get to the end, shall we? So let's check it on the vote before we do our wrap-up, and we'll see. The Japs just must think that fucking Fate is just, like, the coolest thing ever. And they probably have a different philosophy about life, you know? Maybe they really like the idea that, like, you have a predestined goal. You know, I don't know. I don't know. I think American philosophy is, like, very different. So I want to give them a little bit of a pass on it because, like, they are different, but also fuck them and shut up, bitch.
Shut up, bitch.
So that's what you got. We always have Attack on Titan. Oh, yeah, that would never let us down. That would never do some Fate, Destiny, timeline nonsense. Okay, let's move on, shall we? All right, so Goda, 43%, 25K. Hey, Seb at the top with Goda, huh? And Hakta, 20K. Okay, so people are being a little more conservative with their votes, I see. Chernobite and 29 to 22. Okay, so the people are leaning Hakta a bit this chapter. BG, can you help me the reason why Kuma's memory bubble is able to last so long versus the pain bubble he used to make from the citizens? So actually I thought about that a little bit. It was Kuma said that, like, if no one takes the thing in, it will, like, it'll try to go back to its owner, or it, like, won't go away. I think actually that's a fine explanation that, you know, that, like, Vegapunk held onto the memories for Kuma. I'm sure we're going to get to that, probably, like, the next chapter or whatever. Yeah, like, I could believe that, like, this thing that has to be absorbed by someone or go somewhere, it would, like to be reabsorbed by someone, or Kuma specifically, but, like, Vegapunk's technology is able to preserve it, like, in storage. Because it's not going anywhere. That seems to fit the lore as we understand it. I think that's fine. Yeah, I don't find that hard to believe, personally. I think it's fine. Okay, that being said, let's wrap it up, shall we? Chapter 1101. Oh, gotta pull up my music here. Godas or Haktas, can we please get some spam in the chat, please? Now's the time to pull for your victory. Will this chapter be Goda, or will it be Hakta? Let the people know what you're saying. What you're thinking. Or did he? Or did he, Hakta voters? Goda gods, Bonnie and Kuma were good this chapter. Okay, we shall see. We shall see. I'm sorry you missed the vote. It is what it is. Let's get it going, shall we? Begin. Oh, wait. No, wrong sound. My bad. This is the right one. Yes. Goda and Hakta, begin your competition now. All right, so Vegapunk stuff, pretty cool. That's fine. We like, oh, God. Oh, God, it's over. Additional filling in. Oh, these characters met each other. They didn't need to do this. You didn't need to do this, Oda. And I find it a little bit cringe, a little bit convenience piece. Also, this is supposed to be the year of Frankie. Where is Frankie? Okay, that's a little cringe right there. And Kuma, I forgot to mention this before, but Kuma, yes, we saw at the end, body was rubbery. Kuma sees Luffy doing rubbery stuff. That may, in fact, be a little bit of Nika-ishness going on right now. I believe that Kuma might not have put 2 and 2 together yet, because it is not widely known that the Nika fruit even exists. So, well, I'll put that in the maybe category. Little bit Hakta. Not the end of the world yet. We'll see where it goes. Okay. Okay, TCB is Hakta. All right, a big fat TCB for Hakta, but honestly, the actual translation is a decent Goda. That's fine for what's happening here. Not a problem. This explanation actually makes sense. Okay, this was 2 on the nose. Oh, I'll use this attack specifically when one of my crewmates is captured by a fishman. I need to kill him. Perfect. He hates fishman just like me for real. Okay, Kuma blips away. He's watching. He's doing his shit. That's fine. Okay, Kuma is being a slave to the world government. That's kind of Hakta right there. You got to kill the world government, my man. Writing letters. Okay, now we're into the Goda. All right, that's pretty Goda right there. You love Bonnie. She's cute as hell. She's cute. I love these guys. I love Connie. She's fine. This guy sucks, but whatever. Ripping it up, being just mean for no reason, but that's fine. Don't worry about it. Into the trash it goes. Into like a weirdly metallic trash can, but okay, that's fine. Oh, what if Bonnie... Oh, guys. Oh, okay, I was going to say about this. If Bonnie gets her hands on this bucket and pulls a Josuke and does a time reversal on the letters in the trash can and they all reform into the letters, that would be kind of Kino, except that it'll be a little hacked as to why are they in this, like, super special trash can. That would be cool, but it wouldn't make a lot of sense. So we'll see. Well, that'll be both Hakta and Goda. We'll find out about it, okay? Off we go. So, excuse me. Well, she is the one. Okay, but flashbacks don't need to include the information everybody has, you know. They can be a little bit non-diegetic. Okay, so Alpha is being a beta and being cringe. Bonnie is fighting and being strong. Eating Ramune, very excellent, very cool. Vegapunk. Stussy spotted. That's a little bit good. I like Stussy, even though she's a fucking vampire queen of all thoughts. But she's got sexy legs, so that's pretty good. Business tycoon, love it. Okay, Kuma's gonna die. He's being nice to Bonnie. That's some Goda right there. She's cute. You like her. You'll love to see it. Bonnie is cute once again, eating a giant pizza. Wish that was me. She's getting older. Okay, she's hitting the wall at 9. That's pretty cringe. Okay, way too old, you know. Sabo spotted. Instant hackta! Dragon spotted. Doing nothing. Instant hackta! Oh my god, it's so over to this chapter. Okay, Bonnie. Okay, no, it's good. Bonnie's pulling it back. I like Bonnie. Connie is seething and coping. Everyone's doing stuff. Off to sea she goes! Okay, we go to the side. This is kind of conveyed in a bit of a cringe way that's not that impressive in the manga. But whatever, it's kind of okay. This is a good moment, I guess. I like Bonnie. I like what's going on here. And off they go with a pizza boat, baby. With their own pirate flag. And this is funny. This is the funniest moment of the chapter. It's me, Bonnie. That's adorable. And off comes the cringe CP8 agent. Not even CP9. Absolutely low tier. Low T. Distorted future. Big Nika punch. Off she goes with her big distorted Nika punch. What are the implications of this? We can only speculate. Bonnie is cute. I like Bonnie. These guys are all right. And off we go to adventure. Break next week. I will break your fucking neck next week. And with all that said, what shall it be, ladies and gentlemen? Is this a go-to chapter, or is this a hack-to chapter? I'll say this. This outcome was determined since chapter 1. I'm sorry, but that's a hack-to chapter, ladies and gentlemen. There can be no denying it. Way too much Nika. Way too much Nika in this chapter. Come on. Come on, you know. You knew. This much talk about Nika, there could only be one answer, all right? Nicely done, Goda. You had a good streak. You had a good streak. The Bonnie stuff was good. We all know it. Me and my homies all hate Nika. He went all in. I'm so sorry. Anime free mom. You hate to see it. All right. Let's cash in on our big winners and losers again, shall we? Lives Unite, congrats. 25K lost by a certain South American gentleman. He bet high. He bought the dip, and it dipped even further. And there's Hackta. 20K to Chernobite. Nicely done. Nicely done. Ended on Nika, instant Hackta. Like I said, it was there since chapter 1, baby. Whew. All right. Well, that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Congrats to our winners. Rest in peace, our disgraced losers. Come back and give us more of your money next time, and leave 10% for the big guy, okay?
Thank you, Baxter.
We know where the money really goes.
Easy money.
It swirls around the drain, but it always ends up right back at HQ, if you know what I'm saying. Hey, Nate, can you tell us how you practice your Japanese? Like, what kind of tools and stuff you use? Morning Glory, basically Genki, but I have like a routine that I've developed. I'd be happy to tell you what. I mean, join the Discord. Do me a favor. Join the Discord. I want to kind of wrap up. There is a Japanese learning section in the Talking Pirates Discord. Join the Japanese talk one. I'll lay it out for you, and I'll link you a video that from Tokini Andy about how to study. That I pretty much just follow that, and yeah, I mean, I'd be happy to tell you. So there you go. Do that, and you can leave the fucking Discord immediately afterward if you want. But it's a good place. It's where the Japanese studying type individuals are, and it's been a big help. All right, everybody. So I think we're done. It's been fun. Let's peace out. And I will see you on Sunday for I think we'll be doing maybe not our final, but we'll do another stream of what's it called? Space Game. Truly epic. Fucking Outer Wilds. Outer Wilds. I beat the main story last time, and it was pretty epic. So that's on my live stream channel that's been uploaded on YouTube. You can go watch that. I'm going to go to the DLC. A little bit. Baldur's Gate 3, sorry boys. We've got our next game all lined up. Although maybe playing Baldur's Gate would be fun. Soon we will play a certain game, let's just say, inspired by, well, let's just say the most capable character. The character who always gets things done, who never sits around, does nothing for 1,000 million chapters. You know who I'm talking about? Yep. A certain game. Named after a certain man. No Elden Ring DLC at the Game Awards is true hacked. That's true. That's true. Where the hell is the Elden Ring DLC already? Sabo? Oh, yeah. Frankie? let's just say he's been keeping us waiting. All right, everybody. I'll see you. And so probably no stream next week because there's no chapter. And I'll probably just be doing something else. I've got lots of other stuff to do, so I'll probably just do that. Shanksu? Yakuza Like a Dragon? Oh, my God. All true. It's all of them. Some sort of dogma? Who's to say? Who's to say? Yeah, no chapter next week. Rest in peace, all of us. But in 2 weeks, we'll be back. Right? Christmas time, more or less. What a nice gift that'll be for all of us. And I will give you the ultimate gift by being given the correct opinion about One Piece by me, Nate Bestman. And truly, it shall be.
Easy money.
Yes. And that's really what matters this Christmas season. All right, everybody. I'll see you. Hey, stop by Sunday. We'll do the game stream. Otherwise, we'll Merry Midmas, everyone. Merry Midmas. Nate, are you a Grinch and or a Scrooge? I like to think that I specced into both. A healthy amount, you know. The gift of Nika. Yes, go pray to Nika, everybody. And I will see you in 2 days and or 2 weeks if you just watch for this. Go be joyous, boys. All right, I'm out of here. Merry Nikamas. All right. Bye, guys. See you soon.